Why you won't slide with me? Why you won't slide to the east side? Why you won't slide to the east side? Why you keep calling me? Why you keep calling in my side? Why you keep calling in my side? Why you won't slide with me? Why you won't slide to the east side? Why you won't slide to the east side? Why you keep calling me? Why you keep calling in my side? Why you keep calling in my side? Reading, praying, crying every night. Ask you shall receive. So I'm asking why. 2020 vision bless my eyes. Somehow still can't see the lie. Can't think cause all of this pride. Told the mirror we can take it outside. Unbought the receipt on what they sold me. They know they own me and now they think they know me. It's a whole lot of people in the room. God only you can see through. Whole life I've been see through. Help me turn my heart to you. Help me keep my eyes on you. Help me turn my heart to you. Help me keep my eyes on you.
Cameras always rolling, yeah. I can't see me growing, yeah. His love, do I know it, yeah. I'm on that 25-8, running in circles, but straight is the way. I forgot to sit in the all today. I forgot to take my wife on a date. I forgot to take my son on a walk. Starting to feel like a pillar of salt. Ain't supposed to look back, that's granular rock. If you is the fact, my opinion is not an option for you. When I wake up, tryna lock in for you. I don't wanna stop, but I'm stopping for you. Can you
help me turn my heart to you? Help me keep my eyes on you. Help me turn my heart to you. Help me keep my eyes on you. Why you won't come with me? Why you ain't coming to my side? Why you ain't coming to my side? Why you ain't coming to my side? Why you won't come with me? Why you ain't coming to my side? Why you ain't coming to my side? Why you won't slide to the east side? Why you won't come with me? Why you ain't coming to my side? 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 What good can come out of Nazareth?
Ain't nothing good coming out of East St.
Anything good come from East St. Louis. The boy Jesus came from Nazareth.
Ain't nothing over there but trouble. What's going over there?
Boopy, where you at? Boopy.
I'm gonna boast, I see the most high. Yeah, I see the most high. I'm gonna boast in the most high. I'm gonna boast, I'm gonna do the most. I'll do the most, I'll do the most in the most high. I'm gonna boast, I'm gonna boast, I'm gonna boast in the most. I'm gonna boast in the most high. In the most high, in the most high. I'm gonna boast in the most high. I'm gonna boast, I'm gonna boast in the most high. I'll do the most in the most high. I'm gonna vote. All is vanity. Everything under the sun is vanity. They pushing insanity, causing the people to err in iniquity. So much trust in the enemy. Ain't got no love for the brothers, it's only beef. They taking the cue from the street, follow they posting their favorite celebrities. This message is for the people. We gotta repent, turn away from this sin. What if I fall back again? Pick up your bed and try again. We gotta cast down the idols. Daddy killing fleshy impulse. Ain't nobody do it better than Yahushua. He is the perfect example. Where you go, I will follow you. Wherever you go, I will follow you. If I'm gonna boast, I'll see the most high. Yeah, I'm gonna boast in the most high. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna do the most. I'll do the most in the most high. I'm gonna boast, I'm gonna boast in the most high. 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 I'll do the most in the most high. I'm gonna boast.
We bout to boast, the almighty power, y'all who can approach. He sit on the throne with a heavenly host. Everything that you see, everything that he spoke. He the one that was talking to Moses. He the one that was opening oceans. And he doing it right now if you notice. He the one that was sending the low kid. He don't want your knowledge. He don't want your college. He's sending his word through Jacob, the children of Israel. He don't want your prophets. He's so sick of his word, the judgment is coming. He wanted you telling you stop it. He the almighty power, the ancient of days. Open that door when he knocking. Yeah, we gon' boast in the most high. We do the most for the most high. We do the most, we do the most for the most high. Yeah, we gon' boast in the most high. We do the most for the most high. We do the most, make sure you not playing both sides. Boast in the most high.
I'm gonna boast, I'll see the most high. Yeah, I'm gonna boast in the most high. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna do the most. I'll do the most in the most high. I'm gonna boast in the most high. I'm gonna boast in the most high. I'll do the most in the most high. Can you hear me? Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Can you hear me? Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Can you hear me? Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Don't slip, don't fall. Don't let the demons move your spirit. Stand tall. This is a test. We're playing for. When you're serving the Lord, they come for you. Don't slip, don't fall. Don't let the demons move your spirit. Stand tall. And this a test. Playing for. When you're serving the Lord, they come for you. Don't slip, don't fall. Don't let the demons move your spirit. Stand tall. This is a test. We're playing for. When you're serving the Lord, they come for you. Don't slip, don't fall. Don't let the demons move your spirit. Stand tall. And this a test. Playing for. When you're serving the Lord, they come for you. We be conceited in faith when demons are placed to get us. We need to escape, but demons know where to hit us. We leaning away, I'm seeing your faith the shifting. But just remember that we need to be saved. To be conceited in faith when demons are placed to get us. We need to escape, but demons know where to hit us. We leaning away, I'm seeing your faith, the shifting. But just remember that we need to be saved. To be conceited in faith when demons are placed to get us. We need to escape, but demons know where to hit us. We leaning away, I'm seeing your faith, the shifting. But just remember that we need to be saved. To be conceited in faith when demons are placed to get us. We need to escape, but demons know where to hit us. We leaning away, I'm seeing your faith, the shifting. But just remember that we need to be saved. This isn't. Don't slip, don't fall. Don't let the demons move your spirit, stand tall. This is a test, we're playing for. When you're serving the Lord, they come for you. Don't slip, don't fall. Don't let the demons move your spirit, stand tall. This a test, playing for. When you're serving the Lord, they come for you. Don't slip, don't fall. Don't let the demons move your spirit, stand tall. This is a test, we're playing for. When you're serving the Lord, they come for you. Don't slip, don't fall. Don't let the demons move your spirit, stand tall. This a test, playing for. When you're serving the Lord, they come for you. I was never perfect, just intention since I came into this earth. I've been in prison with these feelings to be a nigga and turn the killer bottles up toward the ceiling, developing an addiction to the girls and the liquors and the weed. Now I'm living, and I often hear the echoes of the sins from my beginning, and it seems that Satan bring them at a time when I am in the low. No, we got permission, so I'm in it, but I'm spiritual. I don't get it though. I waved the flag, and right before I hit my limit, bro, an angel come to lift me up, reminding me to keep the faith because the fire is the only way to see a fighter. Now you know you're higher than the past, and now I see it at last. The key is understand the battle when you're still on the path. The key is know the battle coming, many never will last. And now I'm better, I pass this wisdom over the brothers and don't slip, don't fall. Don't let the demons move your spirit, stand tall. This a test, playing for. When you're serving the Lord, they come for you. Don't slip, don't fall. Don't let the demons move your spirit, stand tall. This a test, playing for.
From Rome to Corinth, Galatia, Ephesus. Hear me, my blood on. I've been locked in chains, but my pen's still free. Writing from a cell, but my heart still sees. Every son of Jacob lost overseas. Speaking foreign tongues, but you're still my seed. They calling you Greece, they calling you strange, but I know your roots, I remember your names. Benjamin blood still pumping my veins. Same promise spoken, just hidden in pain. I see you in culture, draped in the lies. Worshipping forms, losing your signs, but you still Israel, don't let them divide. What God made holy before space and time. I know you forgot who you are, but the covenant never broke. Scattered like stars in the dark, still written deep in your soul. I'm writing letters to the family, lost tribes scattered through the land. Neither Jew nor Greek in vanity. Same blood, same promise, same plan. I'm calling you home, remember me. Children of Jacob understand. I'm talking to Israel only, still held inside your hand. Yeah, still family, don't forget who you are. When I said Gentiles, I wasn't talking strangers. I was calling kin, living under Eliezer's. Hellenized minds, but the blood's still sacred. Just Israelites living in different languages. I know Rome taught you to think you changed. I know Babylon taught you shame, but the law still echoes in your veins. Grace ain't erased it, it restored your name. I walked Damascus, I saw the light. Same God of Abraham opened my sight. I preach Messiah, not new religion, just fulfillment of ancient tradition. I'm not breaking what was written, I'm revealing what was missing. Same tree, different branches, still chosen, still his. I'm writing letters to the family, lost tribes scattered through the land. Neither Jew nor Greek in vanity. Same blood, same promise, same plan. I'm calling you home, remember me. Children of Jacob understand. I'm talking to Israel only, still held inside your hand. Still family, Don't forget who you are. You've been called everything.
Coasted out in my ride, so much on my mind, just trying to catch a vibe. Thinking about my people, it seems they all blind. They thinking they know the truth, but no, not up to 12. Try. Some say we a nation that's built up on tribulation. Some say we was taken and put in this situation. I say honestly, man, it's a little bit of both. Just take it from a nigga who parents native and Haitian. White folks stole my people's land, but we gon' take it back, cause the most I put the power in our hands. Yeah, we going straight reprimand, cause the people did us dirty and never got punished. From here to France, they out here preaching peace, but to us ain't none given. Convince us to protest, but disregard how we living. Well, soon y'all gon' know how we feeling. Yeah, how we shy's coming back to prove to you that you ain't been forgiven. I'ma break it to you now that with this joint ain't no hook. The aristocrats on the mic pushing them words like a book. I'm anointed and I'm a saint and I got these niggas shook. I'm a Danite prince of the power and I can't be forsook. I think it's unfortunate that y'all couldn't face the facts. You so confused, you can't seem to break down Romans and Acts. When I teach, y'all got me losing all of my patience. Hear the word Israelite and then you turn to Galatians. Honestly, y'all need to do some investigating. My people acknowledge but still fighting for education. Broke them shackles off of my mind and set me free. Now, Father, y'all got me thinking immortal relation. Try and wake y'all up, but you suckers being complacent. Shot that nigga in the street, but how you grew up's adjacent. Take a nigga life for a little bit of wealth just to spend that shit and move back into your mama basement. Now you become a Muslim so that your life don't get taken. Boy, assalamu alaikum, bean pies, green eggs and bacon. Allah just the title, not the name of the Most High. You an Israelite, soon to be seeing revelation. Hey, now they saying the prince is lyrical. I'm ruling this thing, but it ain't nothing empirical. Yahweh Shai sent the comforter, got me feeling spiritual. Yasha Allah on the rise, I ain't even hit the pinnacle. Hey, y'all know ain't too many better than I start varsity on this mic, I even got a letterman. Skills concrete solid, I ain't talking settlement. Reppin' the anointed house, man, you know we killing it. Hey, this time around, y'all better get a ticket. This young get hit a bomb like the 96 Olympics. Mess with the man of the Lord, might end up in the clinic. We taking the kingdom soon, 1 hour, 0 minutes.
Let me get the mic on. There we go. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, everybody. Welcome back to another Milk Monday. Welcome back. Welcome back, family. We are back with another Milk Monday. I am Officer Knock, and of course, I'm here with the captain. Let him introduce himself. Let me go ahead and get this thing in the background.
Yeah. Come on, yeah.
There we go. How you feeling, Cap?
I'm all right. Cool today.
I hope everybody... Right, that's right. It's Monday. I hope, it's some Monday blues. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Had a wonderful day today. We're gonna get this week started off with the interesting lesson, or I ain't gonna call it that. I'm gonna call it an interesting title today, right? But before we get started, we're gonna first give all praise and honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh in His name of His Son Yahweh Shai. We want to thank everyone for being with us, being diligent with us. We're going to get right to it. Today's class, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, is titled Milk Monday Presents, Does the Truth Make You Jewish or an Israelite?
Hold on a second. To the sister down there, that's my song, but it's not available for y'all to buy it yet or, download it. So when I make that available, I'll let y'all know. Sorry about that.
Oh, we got people requesting. We got people requesting tracks and things.
She wanted to know whose song that was, so I wanted to let her know it's mine, but it's not nothing she could download right now. So yeah,
that's right. Hey, we got talent in Israel, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got talent in Israel. You know, I mean, that's just what it is. That's us. That's what we do. All right. All praise to the Most High. But
You'll
yeah, the
get
class.
it one day. I'll let y'all download it, just not right now.
All right. Class title Milk Monday. Does the truth make you Jewish, or does it make you an Israelite, as you see in the thumbnail? All right. But before I let Captain go, we're going to give a few shout outs real quick and get this class going for y'all. All right. So I want to give a first shout out to Mother Johanna. Shalom to you, sis. Shalom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shalom to the lovely sister Rose, the lioness, the young lioness. Shalom. Shalom to our brother Corey Robinson. Shalom. Shalom to the mighty soldier Nadiab. Shalom to you, brother. Shalom to Eliana. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom to the mighty brother Azariah. That's Tank. That's my guy. Shalom to you, brother. Shalom to Kyle Payton. You always coming in. Hey, it's all good. Shalom to you. Shalom to this Cozy, the Benjamite. Did I say that right? I think I did. Shalom to you, sis. Good to see you. Really good to see you. Shalom to the mighty Captain Shaquat out in the Bay. Shalom. Shalom to SOW Norfolk, Virginia. Shalom. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Shalom to the lovely sister Ambria. I don't know if I'm saying it right, Cap. You got to correct me.
That's Neri. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. I just didn't,
That's Neri.
Didn't know how to say the name. If I said it wrong, is it Ambria or Ambria?
It's actually Ambriel. That's her real name.
Okay, kind of Ambriel. Okay,
Amber. There you go.
All right. All praise to the Most High. All right. And shalom to the mighty soldier out in the West, out in Vegas. That's our brother AHOS Araya. Shalom. Anyone want to get some shout outs? Just go ahead and put your name in there. All right. I'll shout you out. Also, let me make it be known, because we got feast days. Our major feast day coming around the corner. It's the Anointed House of Saints. Will be presenting our Passover 2026. This will be at our AHOS school in Greensboro, North Carolina. This will be taking place on April 1st. The colors are black and gold. I think we're going to have a grand, wonderful time. We're getting everything put together so our brothers and sisters can have a joyous time in the Lord. If you're able to attend, it will be in Greensboro, North Carolina for the first time at our school. So we're looking forward to having a great, wonderful time in the Lord. Hope that you can be there. We'll be getting more information out to you as it nears that time. All right. All praises. Any brothers who may want to do the work with the Anointed House of Saints, you can do so. How do you do so? Easily. Look at the ticker below. You can send us your info, right, through email. If you want to be a part of the next prospect phase, just send us your request to anointedhos@gmail.com. Make sure you put your name, phone number, city, and state. We'll get that information to you when we know that the next prospect phase will begin. We are currently in a prospect phase, but that does not mean that you can't. If you want to be a part of the next phase, please go ahead and send us something through email. Any sisters also who may want to do the work with Anointed House of Saints with your brothers, please do the same thing. Send us your interest for our sisters ministry, right, at anointedhos@gmail.com. All right. We're putting that together. We'll get you more information on that as that gets put together. All praises in the Most High for that. All right. Let's see. I could pull up our calendar, but I think we're going to go ahead and let Captain get going. We don't want to hold you too long tonight. It is a Monday night, so we understand. Some of y'all probably still drunk from the Super Bowl or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe didn't recover today. But with that, I'm going to let Captain go ahead and take over. It's all you, Captain.
My bad. I was looking at something. All right. Shalom, y'all. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's doing all right. Like we said, we want to start by giving our honor and praise to the Most High Yahweh, the name of his son, Yahweh Shai, right? Or Yahshua or Yahusha. But that's what we're doing. Today, we are going to be having a class on, some videos that I saw, right? I'm going to kind of be reacting to them. It's not going to be a long class. One video is going to be from, what's this? The Real Life Productions joint with Yaki Awaken. Put a 7 in the chat if you know who Yaki Awaken is.
That name sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, he that nigga that tried to act like Dr. Sebi, basically stole all the recipes.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the dreads. He also pretends to be a Hebrew Israelite, but got like a body full of tattoos. Claims he was born into the faith. Been tatted up since we seen him come on the scene. Got the nasty freeform dreads, and No offense to anybody with those. I just don't like his. He looked like a crackhead because 1 month he might look puffed up, the next month he looks real skinny in the face, even though he's supposed to be somebody that you know, like
holistic.
Yeah, he's supposed to be holistic, healthy, you know what I'm saying, natural. But some months his face looks puffed up. He looks like he might weigh a certain amount, and then like the video we about to see here, he looks a little anorexic in the face. So, but yeah, he's very confused. Hey, shalom, everybody coming in the building.
Shalom.
But,
Seed of David.
we're basically like we're gonna be talking about that today, but there's another video as well, or like a clip, if you will, a short YouTube short, where a dude was saying that he heard about the Israelites from his cousin, and instead of going into the Israelites, he decided to look up the white people, the Jewish people, and decided to follow them. So he's wearing like the black hat with the black suit. He's got the little twist and stuff with the curly hair and stuff like it's crazy, and he's black. So it's like, they wear black to look like you, and they wear the black hat because their hair not black, and they wear the curly because they can't do the locks, and you got the locks, but you also got, y'all gonna see, it looks crazy. So but main reason I want to do these two videos is basically to show you guys, like, there's different levels to being an Israelite, right? There's people within our community, if you want to call it that, right? Because at this point, the community is not just camps, it's not just congregations, it's niggas like Yaki Awaken, it's Corey Holcombs, it's all type of people. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather's, Nick Cannon's, you know what I'm saying? All of these people would now be considered in the community because there's people like them in the community. Brandon T. Jackson, you know what I'm saying?
Yay.
Yeezy. Yeah, Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Who's another one? Kodak. Like, these are Kendrick.
Kendrick,
right?
Yeah, there's another one.
All these people are people we have to now consider part of the community because the community has included people like them. We include people just like them that don't really do much or represent the community the way that we would think the community should be represented. We allow them in the community. You allow them to come to your feast days. You allow them to come to camp. You have congregations with them. You allow them to be on Clubhouse talking to other Israelites that do the work and actually be out on the streets teaching people and making videos for free and stuff like that. So it's like, when y'all do that, we have to include these people in the things that they say in our community, right? We have to allow things that they say and narratives that they push to be narratives and things that we have to now defend because they're going to be able to speak on behalf of the community because y'all allowed them to be part of the community, right? So, I kind of liked it better when it was just brothers on the streets that were part of the community because we were all kind of on one accord, but COVID kind of screwed that up, right? Which I think is part of the reason why they had COVID in the first place. The next pandemic is going to be a little bit worse for us because we see the type of niggas that come in the community when everybody's at home on their ass. Niggas that just like to be at home on their ass. They make videos and that becomes the situation. You know what I'm saying? That we get. Bunch of brothers that just make videos, don't really do any research, don't know much about anything, right? When it comes to the Bible. Like, y'all are going to see Yaki, who's supposed to be a brother that was born an Israelite, born into the truth, born into the community, as he said many times, never wore fringes, never had zeets on. The most he's had, according to the law, is a beard. He's got tattoos. He doesn't, and then probably eating food that's according to the law, right? Because he's supposed to be a holistic doctor, if you will, right? So food and beard is the only two laws he keeps. He tells you in this video that you can keep the Sabbath day whatever day you want, when the Bible doesn't say that. He tells you you can, being a Hebrew doesn't mean those that cross the Euphrates, like it says in the Bible, the two rivers, Tigris and the Euphrates. To him, what he explains being a Hebrew is moving from an animalistic mentality to a spiritual mentality, which is like, doesn't really make sense because you could have a spiritual mentality and still be animalistic. You know what I'm saying? Monks and Hindus, for example, or Muslims, right? So all of them would tell you they're spiritual, but they all have a animalistic mentality, right? So it's like some guys just don't know what they're talking about. They like to say things, try to sound deep, and this guy's going to be. I always thought he was that type of guy, but this video kind of proves it. And there were a lot of Israelites in the comment section that kind of woke up to it. Yeah, exactly. A duck monkey as a right. So that's kind of what we're gonna look in today. But first, I want to show you guys this other video of this cracker nigga, cracker Jew, Jewish black man. I don't know what to call him for real, but
Wow.
y'all see what it looks like. So obviously confusion. This is not Shine. This is not the black rapper fat guy that be with the Jewish stuff. This is a guy totally different that says he actually heard about us first, then watched us on the internet, didn't like the way we conduct ourselves, which I understand there's people that don't like it. Some of y'all grew up in the church. You know the church is wrong. You know they taught wrong, but you still hold dear to the things they taught you in the church. So the cursing, even though you know cursing isn't what the church teaches you, you still feel is a bad thing. You know, the the way that the church teaches you to carry yourself and speak to people, all of that stuff, right? Things they call manners. That's all stuff that we hold true to still, right? Even though we know the church didn't teach anything biblical. So instead of holding to biblical things and framing our mindset in the way we teach our children and making manners biblical things, we keep those things that we hold important and dear and the things that would offend us be based off of what the church that doesn't teach the truth taught us. You understand? So he literally is going to explain to you what I just said in his own words and explain that the things he sees Israelites teach on the truth, or I mean on the streets, and even in classes like these, offended him, right? So the way we talk about other people that aren't Israelites offended him, right? Even though the Bible talks about people like that way. You know, we went over last week how it talks about other black people, Ethiopians, and you know, the Shebaites, right? The Cushites. So we went over literally a week ago how it talks negatively about them and their brown people. So to not think it would talk worse about other people that aren't brown is kind of erroneous to me. But nevertheless, point is, a lot of our people still get offended because of the ways we were taught in the church, though that they were incorrect, right? So he heard the way we teach, didn't like it, and decided to listen to a white man do it. And of course, it's based off the way they taught you in the church. So the whole Joel Osteen demeanor, because I don't know if you guys have ever heard a rabbi, but they're not really loud. They're not commanding. They're not austere. A lot of them have the same demeanor that, you know, Joel Osteen has. They're soft-spoken, low voice tone, don't really enunciate their words much. They kind of talk like this. They might enunciate the ending of a word to kind of explain to you what they're talking about, or you know, like a slow salesman or something. But
just trying to be slick.
Yeah, white people slick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? like Tommy from the Force slick. You feel me? like so like that's kind of the way they act. And he said the rabbis are gay. Yeah, I agree with that too. But I don't want to say that because that might offend some people. You know what I'm saying? So point is, the guy here is going to explain to you guys that he got offended, and because of that, you know, he didn't like what we were teaching and went their route. Which we know there's going to be people that do that, right? Based off what we've seen. Me being in the truth as long as I've seen it, right? People get offended, so that's just something we have to deal with. There's two ways to go about it. One way Israelites have been thinking about, our camp, one of them, right? Trying to change the approach, try to be all things to all people, kind of, be more, I guess, what's the word? Approachable, I guess. Like, that's the only word I could think of. You got another word you can think of? Not along the line, yeah, they want us to be more approachable, right? So
yeah,
kind of changing the way we communicate with people on the streets and stuff like that, right? So that we don't get soft-minded niggas like this offended, because the majority of our people, unfortunately, do think like that due to the church. Most of them are in the church. The church makes you soft, and most of us grew up in the church, and minds became mush. Once it turns to mush, you can't make it hard again. You know what I'm saying? Can't make straight what is crooked, and you can't make hard what is soft. Pause. So, like, talking about your brain and your mindset and in the way you think. When you a soft-minded dude, you just always gonna be a soft-minded dude. And unfortunately, that's what we have a lot of this community. So when I say this community, I'm not talking about Israelite community, but like the black community, period. Right? We have people didn't grow up with their fathers, and stuff like that. You know, Black, Hispanic, Native American people, and that kind of makes you grow up a little different mentally. You know what I'm saying? And you guys know I'm telling the truth for those of you that grew up in that situation, right? You kind of have to make yourself a man, and if you don't have good examples on how they think and stuff like that, it could cause you to react in ways that you saw your mother react, which we know are kind of going to be a little bit more on the emotional side. So when things affect your emotions, that tends to be the way a lot of those type of men react and carry themselves in those type of situations. Whereas other brothers can kind of psychoanalyze, you know what I'm saying, and kind of see how everybody else would think about the situation. And that's just a, a skill that a lot of brothers don't have these days, right? So there's a extra mindfulness we have to kind of take in the community now because of brothers like this, right? If you say the wrong thing and they see a bunch of brothers, well, I'm not going to say the wrong thing because it's not the wrong thing, but if you say it in a way that we've been coached in America is wrong, right? Meaning you're too austere in your character, or you're saying things too confidently, like even if you're not like mean rah on the streets, right? Being too confident in your demeanor is wrong in America. Because I mean, look at what they're doing to Shador Sanders, what they did all that shit, right? So even something like that in a sport that the crackers like, if you're too confident, they do you dirty, right? So when brothers on the street have confident demeanors, you know, they may do what the world deems as cursing, even though nobody ends up in trouble after the words come out their mouth or in any type of situation where they could be harmed. But nevertheless, when those type of things happen, right, people get offended. So brothers are thinking about changing the approach, and that's kind of, this video is going to kind of explain to you why. So thought it would be interesting. But also with the title, he chose to be Jewish as opposed to being an Israelite, even though he knows the difference, right? And it wasn't because of the doctrine, because he said he believes the doctrine, actually, like that we held true to the Old Testament. But thing that made him kind of switch over to being Jewish was literally the way we talk to people. So he didn't like that, right? Which some of you be like, well, thinking me toughen up, which I'll be one of those people, but that's just because of the way I grew up. But, you know, my dad doesn't talk to people politely. Where I grew up, that's not what they really do. So, but like, there's some people that grew up like that. So when you're not in that type of, you know, when you don't have that demeanor, it could be offensive. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So, all right, enough of the soapbox. Let's hear what the soft-minded man has to say.
From a cousin of mine who said, hey, cousin, I believe that the real children of Israel are the African Americans in America. I said, dude, what do you say?
By the way, see who's doing the interview with, right? So, that may or may not gauge the way he's having the conversation, but nevertheless, continuing with the kuna.
Dang, what does this even mean? And so he sent me a whole bunch of videos from these group of guys called the Black Hebrew Israelites. I don't have any.
We're not called the Black Hebrew Israelites, but that's what they call us because of the group he's in, associated with now, right? We can't be the Hebrew Israelites because the Israelis that are not Hebrew Israelites, even by the name that they claim, for some reason don't want us to be Israelites, even though they don't claim to be Israelites. So it's like nobody can claim it, even though, like, I don't know. Yeah.
Anything against any of those people. Everybody has their own journey, and I respect that. However, the things that they were talking about and the way that they were going about it just didn't resonate, except for how much emphasis they put on the Old Testament.
Yeah, that was it.
And of course, the black woman has to speak too, right? She's probably also part of the reason why a lot of it didn't resonate. Because, you know, hate to say this, sisters, a lot of you probably not going to like this. No, the number's probably going to drop afterwards. But I'm going to say it anyway because I tell the truth and I don't give a damn. So
no, bring it out. Bring it out.
The fact is, a lot of our women tend to make the men soft by making them adhere to what the white man taught us in the way that they want us to conduct ourselves in America. So instead of being these austere men and carrying with the spirit that we've all been given by the Most High, because we read in the Bible, if we're really conformed to the Son, we're going to be like the Son. And we see in the book, the Son is very austere, right? The people that came before him were very austere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, once again, I'm in marketing. So when you're in sales and you're trying to be like, you know, successful, usually you copy and paste, right? So it's like with us, the way the Most High made us, it's like a copy and paste type of mentality. we're all kind of the same. The difference is a lot of you, either because of the way you were raised or the outside influences you have around you, men I'm talking about, a lot of you have suppressed that austereness and made it soft, right? Either to appease the women in your life, which is normally them, because most of the men in our lives, if you have men in your life, they're not typically the ones making you soft, right? Either they're quiet because they don't want to fight with the people making you soft, or they've been made soft themselves, so they can't teach you to be the austere man that you were made to be, right? So it's like in America, in slavery during the slave times, if you were too scary to the slave master or to the, men that would be now the modern day police, right? The catchers and the watchers and stuff. If you were too scary to them, they would have to do things to break you down to make you not scary anymore, right? And then by them breaking you down, making the scariest guy not scary anymore, it naturally makes us the guys that aren't as scary as him soft because they don't want what the big scary guy got. Make sense? So what America did psychologically was they taught us to do this mentally. Teach you what they call manners, right? Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir, no, sir. Bow your head, shake hands, all that crap, right? Where does it come from? Is it in the Bible? Where does it come from? Does the Bible say, thou shalt teach thy children manners at the table and go over them day and night? Or does it talk about the commandments? But a lot of us have more emphasis on those type of things, right? Words, definitions of words become non-important. For example, like cursing. Curse words are curse words, words that are supposed to put a curse on somebody. We actually saw Elisha do this in the Bible, right? Curse on some badass kids. You feel me? Right? And then there was something that happened to the badass kids after the words that were curse words actually came out of his mouth. Right? A curse happened. And it was a negative thing because that's typically what a curse is. I've never seen a positive curse. Usually the opposite of a curse is a blessing. So like the curse was something bad. So typically curse words are supposed to be words that cause something bad to happen to the person that they were pointed towards or directed at, if that makes sense, right? Or the people, as we saw in that example in the Bible. But America has taught us curse words are things like ass, which also, due to the etymology, would be the original name for what we now call a donkey. What the hell is a donkey? I don't know. But they made the word because somebody told you ass was bad, right?
That's what you be saying all the time. That's what donkey is. Duck monkey put together.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So I'm just speaking facts, right? Some of y'all might not like it, but I don't care. So fact of the matter is, this is kind of the situation we're in with this guy, right? And the people like him. A lot of our people are in the mindset to where they get easily offended. Well, why do they get offended? They get offended because of the things and the ways they've been taught in America. America has structurally taught us mentally to be offended by certain things, right? If you're not gay, but you use the word, the F word with 2 G's in it, that ends with an ot, right? If you use that word, but you're not a homosexual, and it offends someone that's not a homosexual, that means the person that got offended, that's not a homosexual, that the word isn't directed at, only got offended because of the way they were taught to get offended. Because the word literally has nothing to do with them. The context of the word has nothing to do with them. You understand? It's that type of situation. It's because of the social engineering of what we were taught to feel about certain things. America has taught people to naturally be against the way Israelites teach. Israelites teach the way we teach, the ones in the community, right? In the camp and congregation community. We teach the way we teach because that's literally the way the Bible was taught in the Bible, right? The difference was back during the Bible time, during antiquity, there was no such thing as manners. There was no take your feet off when you come into the house, wipe your feet on the mat. There was no shake my hand when you greet me and look me in the eye when you're speaking. That didn't exist. Those are new social things they made during slavery that you now teach your children as if they're rules in the Bible. They know more about manners and can repeat to you manners than they could the laws of the Bible. Most of your kids could tell you, don't talk to strangers and yes, sir, no, sir, and only speak when spoken to. They can repeat that, but can't repeat the 10 Commandments off the top of their head in order. Not even 1 through 5 in order. But they can tell you they manage. So it's like, these are the things that America has taught us, right? They could teach you not to cuss. But then y'all don't even know what a curse word is. You couldn't say a word or a phrase that actually puts a negative impact on anybody. You don't even know how to speak Hebrew, nigga. Huh? But you're mad when I say ass or nigga. When they actually are words that mean something. We went over last week. Nigga is Ethiopian. It means king. It's a black word from a black nation that means king. White people made it mean black in Latin. We call ourselves black in English, but get mad when we say nigga. It literally makes no
it's the same word.
It literally makes no sense. But people get offended because you were taught to be offended by that word. So again, I'll get off the soapbox, but I wanted to stress that to let you guys know. A lot of things we get offended by, the mind frame this guy literally is in, the reason why he doesn't like Israelites is literally because of the way white people taught him to be in America. Or your parents taught you to be in America based off of what white people taught you or taught them, right? So basically, you're living still in a slave mentality. You're living exactly how white people want and don't even know it. Teaching your children what the white people want and don't even know it. Passing it down. And inadvertently making what we teach in the Bible in the way the Bible should actually be taught unattractive. And then you're forcing us to have to do something that we shouldn't have ever had to do in the first place, which is now make the Bible attractive when we're not supposed to have to sell it. We're not supposed to have to be salesmen on the corner with dime bags of Bible, right? That ain't what we're doing. But y'all are trying to make it attractive to people because of the way America has taught you to accept a presentation. It should be spoken eloquently. They shouldn't be screaming. They shouldn't be talking assertively. They should be unassertive and quiet, go along to get along. Gang. Right? Exactly. All right. So that's what it is. That's kind of why I wanted to bring this up, because that's the other angle I kind of always wanted to talk about, but never had a video that would allow me to talk about it. Because we've been talking about lately about changing things, switching things, right? Which I have no problem with as well. Because, of course, we got to try to wake up and get the heck up out of here. Whatever works to make that happen quicker, right? But I want everybody to understand at the same time, the things that everybody is saying is going to make it happen quicker is literally us assimilating to white culture. Literally assimilating to the things y'all are telling us not to assimilate to as Israelites. Things you're teaching. Right. Like, if white people have manners that they teach, that we now teach, that means there was black manners and codes of culture that we used to teach that we no longer teach.
Right.
That got lost. And instead of trying to regain them, you're trying to continue to teach the Bible, which is our culture, that wasn't built off of these, Edomite frameworks of mannerisms and politeness, right? Polite ain't even a Hebrew word. There's no Hebrew word for polite, nigga. But nevertheless, we're trying to come up with a way to teach this in a way that's polite. And that's not even a connotation or a way or a phraseology that we would have used back in that time. So if you would have heard an Israelite during the time of Jesus speaking, or during the time of Jeremiah, or like Isaiah, Baruch, Habakkuk, Micah, Moses, right? They're not worried about if they walk past, oh, that guy's talking too loud. Goodness gracious, he needs to quiet down. Nigga, it's 4,000 BC. What the hell? They don't know the concept of too loud. They're outside. Right? So if we're reading the Bible And they're talking like, be austere, lift up your voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions. And we're thinking, okay, the Spirit's telling us just talk loudly. Like, make sure everybody can hear you so they know what they're doing wrong. The person that actually cares about God is going to hear what you're saying, and they're going to be like, oh, damn, all right, I need to listen to what these guys are talking about. I actually care about this, right? And they're going to sit there and listen, right? So there's scriptures that explain it to you, how the people will stop and stare. They'll be captivated by the Bible, right? But like, if you're sitting there trying to, and the Lord said, thou shalt not take what is not thine. Like, if you're sitting there trying to be all smooth and quiet with it, it's like, it's crazy. It's hard to do that. What's up, Cap? Shalom. Shalom. Shalom alaikum. What's good, King? Good to see you. But so yeah, man, that's kind of like how that goes. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to understand about that. So I'm gonna let this guy talk now so that y'all can hear the negativity in his voice and stuff like that. But understand, people like this are only like this because they still have a lot of Edomite mentality and mannerisms in the way that they think of a good person, in good personality, positive mannerisms, right? Is all based off of what white people taught you when you were in elementary school on how to positively present yourself to them, right? So keep that in mind.
So it piqued interest. So then I'll say this: they don't necessarily like Orthodox Jews. So we started looking up the people that they didn't like.
Wow.
So we started looking into Orthodox Judaism and who are the.
Now, just saying we didn't necessarily like Orthodox Jews is disingenuous. And I don't know if he actually watched this long enough to find out why. But the reason why is because the quote unquote so-called Orthodox Jews aren't Orthodox Jews. See, Orthodox would mean they're the original of the Bible, right? They're following the original culture. There's no Orthodox culture. There's nothing in the Torah that says wear that ugly ass top hat from Abe Lincoln. There's nothing in the culture that says instead of a garment, put on a suit and tie. There's nothing that says instead of the judge's diadem, wear curly fry hairs. Like, they're not Orthodox. This is literally a lie, right? Based off the definition of the word. But again, it goes back to American culture. In America, you're not taught to actually look things up and go off of definitions and, research things and etymology. You're taught to go off of what they present to you. So if they present a people as the real Jews, even if they go by Jewish or Ashkenazi or whatever, or Orthodox or non-Orthodox, whatever it might be, right? You are presented as such, so you receive as such. That's what it is. He just said, well, we saw that they don't like Orthodox Jews that much, so we just looked up the people they don't like. And it's like, okay, but why don't we like them? You didn't think to look that up. If you heard we're the Israelites and we're still convicted enough to switch to Judaism and be kind of like an Israelite, based off something your cousin who had already switched over said, why wouldn't you try to find out why we don't like them? And then if you did find it out and the answer was simple as they stole our identity, why would you then copy the people who stole the identity instead of going to the identity that they stole? And then if that is what you did and you said, well, the identity they have is the top hat and the suit, so I'm just going to wear that instead of what these other guys are doing. The best thing to do would have been to actually read the Bible that the Orthodox Jews claim that they had get their culture from. And when you don't see a suit and tie anywhere in any of those books, pages, chapters, then it's like you have to start to question what orthodoxy they got the Orthodox Jewish customs from, right? So again, but researching is not an American custom. It's not, right? It's a custom that you're taught to do to learn things, but it's not something Americans actually do. They just take what's presented, right? That's why they have the news, and the news broadcasts are so successful, right? That's why TMZ exists and it hasn't been canceled yet, because they can literally make any story they want, put it on camera, and you gonna believe it no matter what, because they put it there. It was presented to you, right? You take what is presented. So America has found a way to do those type of things, teach you that type of stuff, present to you things in that type of way, and teach you manners and mannerisms to where if other people aren't presenting in the way that's acceptable or tasteful in the way that they taught you, then it's not tasteful or acceptable to you either, right?
Right.
Those of you that have come into the truth that don't think like that, you're the anomaly, and that's why you're here. It's only 26 of you niggas. How about that? It's way more than that in the world, right? So it's like these are things we got to think about, unfortunately, right? But I'll let him continue.
These people, we had no idea. And it opened up a whole world. I got a call from a cousin of mine who said,
so it opened up a whole world. He just looked into these people, found out we didn't like them, looked into it, and opened up a whole world of whiteness, right? Now he gets to wear his suit, his tie, his top hat, gets to drink Cabernet with his leg crossed, left knee over the right, not right knee over the left. And you know, he gets to sit there with Harry Rosenberg and Harold Schuckenberger and drink wine and talk whatever they talk about, right? That's same thing Floyd Mayweather's been doing lately, right? You see, he's gone broke, owes a little bit of rent money here and a little bit of, rent money there and a little bit of jewelry money here and a little bit of watch money there. And, now he's having to fight again. And people are asking questions, why you keep having to do these exhibitions, bro? And folks start doing the research into his financials and found out, well, that whole Dubai situation he had a couple months ago wasn't just a situation where they wouldn't let him get back on a plane. It was actually because he owed some money and they wouldn't let him leave till he paid it back, right? And he couldn't pay it back. So he went into some business with some Jewish people, and now he's on their nutsack until he pay it back, right? He's paying it back from the nutsack. So it's like, that's the situation he's in. And, hey, shalom, sis. So like Floyd is having to pay money, right? And do all type of crazy stuff, put his neck on the line for the Jewish people, make all these crazy statements at Jewish conferences and stuff. And now he's having a fight again because even with all that, they still ain't giving him the money he needs to be able to pay his stuff back. He's having to sue Showtime for money they didn't give him, for contracts he knew he wasn't going to get the money for. Like, he signed a $200 million contract, was showing everybody a $100 million check. I know you're not that good at math because 50 already told us he can't read and showed us he can't read. But like $100 million and $200 million is $100 million difference. You're missing $100 million. And you've been missing $100 million for over 10 years now. So the fact that you just found that out, I don't think they're going to pay him back, guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like things like that, though, is the stupidity. That's the stupid culture that they teach us in America. We are taught to be that dumb. Feel me? We're taught to not research and not pay attention to the details that much.
Right.
So that when you actually got things you need to pay attention to details for, like your nationality or a contract for $200 million and they only gave you one, you don't tend to ask any questions. Instead, you go to the people that did you dirty instead of trying to find a way to get done right. Right? This guy went to the Jewish people instead of the people that told him he's not Jewish. And Floyd went into debt to the Jewish people, the known loan sharks on the planet, like on the whole earth to everybody.
Right.
But you're going to go into debt to them and think that you're going to get what you asked for and not still have to fight. It don't make no sense. But that's the situation, right? Same thing with Kanye. Kanye went into business with him, right? Then found out he a Jew, tried to tell everybody he a Jew. And then they was like, wait, nigga, you wasn't supposed to tell everybody that. We told you to be just to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Nick Cannon, I had a conversation, found out we the Israelites. And then he tell everybody he the Israelite, and they're like, hey, you can't have that show no more till you apologize.
And pay money.
And pay money. And hop on the sack. Right? Then you'll get your show back. Like, that's how they did it. That's what they keep doing, right? They're not stopping. It's a continuous cycle. It happened to somebody else too. I just can't think of who it was right now. It's another dude on the list. But nevertheless, That's the common theme in the pattern. It's going to keep happening, right?
Hey, cousin, I believe that the real children of Israel are the African Americans in America. I said, dude, what are you saying? What does this even mean? And so he sent me a whole bunch of videos from these group of guys called the Black Hebrew Israelites. I don't have anything against any of those people. Everybody has their own journey, and I respect that. However, the things that they were talking about and the way that they were going about it just didn't resonate, except for how much emphasis they put on the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Things we were talking about, white people going into slavery, all the nations going into captivity after us, right? Everybody did us dirty, gonna get dirty. You only get blessed if you blessed us, and none of you blessed us. So, yeah. Like the way we talk, it's not appealing to people that think like this. People that don't have a nationalistic mindset for just the nation of people they come from, they are going to be offended by the things we teach because that's what America taught them. Especially if you're a younger person, if you're a millennial or younger, right? Or close to that. Because you've got the mindset where you grew up with people that aren't of your own nationality. You weren't in the school in the 60s trying to break in with the white people. You was born in the school with the white people. You was put in an incubator next to little Bobby at the hospital in your first day, right? They was taking the little stocking cap off your head and putting it on little Bobby's head, even though your parents paid for it. And right before your parents come to the back, they put the little stocking cap back on your head just so that, little Bobby could be warm too. That's what they do, right? And we end up in a situation where it's like, yo, you grow up with these people. So if you got these folks telling you after you grew up with them for 30 years, yo, they're your enemy, you're looking at them like, yeah, whatever. John was just at my house last night drinking a beer, watching the fight. So it's hard to get through to them, right? That's what we're up against. And then you also got to think of manners. Things austere. We're not teaching it like Joe Osteen, right? So the way we talk, also to people that think manners, politeness, hospitality, like they're not liking you calling you walking down the street or you sending them a video with Captain Muhammad going, you damn cave. BRTs, yeah. He's like you're like, oh damn. Oh wow. And then she starts barking back and he's like, you're just a cave. And like they're going back and he's just going off on them. They're like, oh damn, okay. What is this? You could do that on the street? Like, why aren't they arresting this man? What's going on? Like, that's how they start talking. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh, how dare they? Oh my goodness. You turn into Johnson C. Esquire instead of Lil John. You was Lil John a second ago in the hood, but when you seen the video of the Black Israelites, now you're John C. Esquire. Right? And everything got to be politically correct. you got the little circle glasses on with the pipe in your mouth and the bow tie, right? And yeah, you don't like what we saying because we ain't saying it the way they taught you we supposed to say it. So that's the issue. That's literally what homeboy and this girl is telling you. So I just want y'all to keep that in mind. Give me lost what I was. Ezra chapter 9 verse 14. Because we're gonna keep having these problems as long as we stay amongst these people with this mindset, right? Or if we stay amongst them, we at least have to train people on the proper mindset we're supposed to have biblically. Shouldn't be based off the manners and morals that Esau teaches us, right? Especially if we know that they're not a morally pleasing people. They don't have any morals themselves, right? So if they made up a series of ways to keep yourself or to think morally, but they're not a moral people on their own, why would you continue to teach your children these things? Why not us come up as a community things that we feel are morally, structurable for our people in the way we should teach, that we could pass down ourselves, as opposed to telling people yes sir, no sir. Like that's slave stuff, y'all. Y'all know that? That wasn't something. You realize the white guys at work, when they see, unless they're like military guys, they're not telling your white boss, yes, sir. He tell them something, they're like, all right, yeah, I got you. 10-4, whatever, right? You don't want to go up there. Yes, sir. No, sir. I didn't do it, sir. But I you a slave. That's the mentality. That's what we was taught. We get taught that. They don't get taught that stuff. They're not taught to be that polite. That's ways we're taught to carry ourselves, because if we don't, we're looked at as animals. Which gets into the next video we're gonna watch, right? So y'all said y'all know who this dude is, right?
Did you want that verse or not?
Yeah, bring me that out. I'm gonna get in a second. Just want to pull him up. Don't he look a little weird to y'all? Or is it just me? He always looked that skinny in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Go ahead. We'll figure that out in a minute. You can read that.
Count. It's the book of Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 14. Should we again break thy commandments and join in affinity with the people of these abominations?
Nope.
Wouldst not thou be angry with us till thou hadst consumed us, so that there should be no remnant nor escaping?
Yeah, man. Most not gonna be mad if we keep trying to appease these people, or use the way that we teach our people based off the way that they taught us to teach. Right? Based off the way that they teach us to be. If we keep allowing what the Bible says in the way it's being taught, in the way that we allow it to touch us, to be determined based off how the people teaching it are saying things, then that means you're not really a believer of the Bible. You're a believer of the person saying stuff. If they don't say it in the way that you want it to be said, that means you no longer are attracted to the Bible, which doesn't make you a real believer. It makes you, a chooser. You choose when you want to believe and who you want to believe it from, right? If a guy saying a cuss word while what they deem is a cuss word, while teaching the Bible, is something that turns you off from watching or listening to the Bible, that means you don't actually believe the Bible.
Right.
Because, well, just because he add a word on his own, he ain't adding anything to the Bible. He's just breaking it down, right? If what he's saying in the breakdown isn't contrary to what the Bible says, he's not teaching you nothing wrong. So it shouldn't be an issue. So I ain't got no problem watching General Ashar. No, it's just language. But then there's people that don't watch General Ashar because it's just language. But it's like, if we're going to continue to be offended by things as simple as language, then it's like, maybe we ain't fit for this thing. Because it's like, there's way bigger things that should be offending us, right? And if you're going to get offended, at least get offended by the word and use it correctly. If you're going to say it's a curse word, let the word that is a curse word actually put a curse on somebody, damn it.
Right.
If I say damn it, well, damn it, be damned. But if you ain't damned after I say damn it, then damn it ain't a cuss word. It's called a phrase, phraseology. Damn it, damn what? Well, damn whatever I'm talking about. It's not a cuss word. It don't mean I damned you to hell. But some of y'all think like that because that's what your pastor told you when you were 15 in 1970. No offense to those of y'all that were 15 in 1970. But it's like, that's what we have to understand, right? What they taught you was a way to keep you systematically in check because you was only a couple years from the civil rights movement, homie.
Right.
You passed that junk down to your family, and now we can't teach the Bible with a voice that carries 5 decibels, because if it carried too much, you're offending somebody because you're considered screaming. The Bible tells you lift your voice up like a trumpet. You could pass people by on the street that'll tell you, oh yeah, I know, lift up your voice like a, why are you guys screaming? And you read it, oh yeah, lift up your voice like a trumpet. I know. And it's like, okay, so you know what the verse says. What do you think it means? Talk quietly?
Right.
You ever heard a quiet trumpet? I haven't. Usually when you hear a trumpet, you hear it because you can hear the trumpet. It's loud.
That's right. Very loud.
So if the Bible is telling you make your voice like a trumpet, it's literally saying make your voice loud. If somebody's talking loud and you're saying, hey, I don't like how loud you're talking, and you don't like what they're saying out of the Bible because they're talking too loud, you don't believe in the Bible. It's simple. 1 + 1 is 2. Like, that's the truth. That's what it is. So, all right. Let's listen to Yaki.
Built it for me, man. Like when you look at everything we doing and all this hard work, it's an energy.
Oh, I know what it is. He got fake teeth. You know, when you get them veneers, sometimes it make your mouth look different and your face shape different because that's not what your teeth and face really supposed to look like. So it can make you look like a bonehead in the face sometimes because it make your face look longer because your teeth is sitting at a different angle than what they're naturally supposed to sit at based off the bone structure the Most High gave you, right? So some of y'all get the veneers and you end up looking worse afterwards, even though your smile looks like the dude from The Mask. You know what I'm saying? You got the Jim Carrey smile and stuff from The Mask, but like, you know, you got the Loki mask and stuff. You got the Loki smile and everything. But like, our people gotta get the understanding that with that smile, it can mess your face up. So I just realized he's not on crack. I apologize. He's probably not on drugs. He just got the wrong doctor to fit his teeth. They probably still not the permanence yet.
Energy thing. I put out all this energy for free for the people.
Right.
And in exchange, whenever I tell them that I got something that'll benefit them, they give. They're like, all right, I want it. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Like I grew so fast, I got too big for myself. I got too big. It was at one point, it took 4 months to get your order. 4 months. That's how busy we was, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that now I did get some scamming allegations for that.
Yeah, that happens
So
when
that,
I get it.
Who don't that happen to?
Because
you know, if you order your business.
If you order one of our t-shirts, it might take about 2-3 weeks.
You know what I'm saying?
Then they get what my t-shirt? Yeah, I get it, bro. So
ain't nobody ordering your t-shirts though. That's the thing. So if it take 2 weeks for one person to get a t-shirt and ain't nobody ordering none of the t-shirts, that's a problem to me. Just saying. If your whole business is making t-shirts, you in my state, I could go to the shop to get the t-shirt myself. You ain't even got to ship it. But like, it take you 4 weeks to give me the t-shirt after I pay for it, and I could just go get it because I'm like 10 minutes from you. You a scammer. I'm sorry.
So that's the only scamming allegation that ever came out about Yaki. It took me too long to get my herbs, so I got a refund, and they never got.
And then Yaki, you see how you say the name? Yaki is not Hebrew. So niggas been like, oh yeah, this dude Yaki here, Hebrew Israelite, and da-da-da. We calling him Yaki, but he calls himself Yaki, like they're two different words, like Yakivan. Darius, whatever other name you could think of with a key at the front, right? So, yeah, key.
Got him. So, I mean, if you call me a scammer for that, I can see where, but anything else outside of that, man, I ain't never scammed nobody, ain't never took money from nobody, ain't never asked for a donation. Everything I do is from my hard-earned blood, sweat, and tears and work. You would never find no video of me asking for people to give me stuff. I create and make, and then I have a product to sell to the people. That's how I do it, man. So yeah.
Okay, so you know, I want to start off by this because I seen the video with you and 19 Keys, right?
Shout out to 19 Keys.
Shout out to 19 Keys, one of the guys that I follow.
Another scammer, another too smart, stupid duck monkey nigga, right? They use words that a lot of y'all don't know because a lot of y'all don't read, and they use the words, they match them up together, you know what I'm saying? They eloquently orate, and then they get y'all hooked just off things they were saying. Y'all never look into any of it to see if any of it's true. Like a simple search on some of the stuff 19 Keys be saying is like, it would make you feel like he's Nipsey Hussle in a bad way. If any of you guys ever looked up Nipsey Hussle and stuff like that and know that. Anyway, so like it's not good, right? 19 Keys be lying about stuff. He's a scammer. He's, made the little crown hat thingies and people ain't get him and stuff with the little moon, sun, and stars and everything like that. Like he just be saying stuff sometimes, using words, putting them together.
You know who he reminds me of, Cat?
Brother Polite.
No, the 19 Keys guy. I used to. I don't know if anybody remember.
He reminds me of Brother Polite.
No, I'm talking about there's a. I can't remember what the guy's name was, but it was on In Living Color. If anybody know what I'm talking about, it was in Living Color.
He reminds you of Dwayne.
No. That's Living Single. I'm talking about In Living Color. It was the Wayans brothers' little comedy parody show they used to have.
Living Color, yeah. That joint. Which one are you talking about?
There was, I think it was Damon Wayans would play the role where this guy just would make up words and didn't mean nothing. I can't remember what his name was.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Somebody will know I'm talking about in the chat. If y'all can remember what the name was, he'd just be like, the reciprocal of the number 5.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I can remember. Yeah, whatever. That's who 19 Keys reminds me of. That kind of dude, just saying a whole lot of nothing.
He's definitely that type of guy. And the way he says it, he say it to a bunch of stupid people, so they think he's saying something smart. And they be like, damn, that dude's smart. And it's like, he ain't even say nothing. But yeah. And Yaki's the same way. Yaki will look up, like, that book, what's it called? Upholstery or something? Upholstery? The book that got like all the remedies.
The Apothecary.
Apothecary. There you go. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get that right. I'm sorry, y'all. But my girl probably laughing like a mother right now. But the Apocrypha, whatever. Apocrypha. The Apocrypha for her. That book is literally like, it's a book that got a bunch of recipes in it and stuff, right? Literally, I kid you not. If you get this dude's little book that tell you his recipes in it, he literally just made his own apothecary. The apocrypha for the
apothecary.
The apocrypha for the herbs. I'm gonna just call it that because I ain't even gonna keep messing that word up. But he made his own one of those, right? Like literally copied the apothecary word for word, right? And just put a different cover on it and put Yaki Awakening on the front. Like it's same herbs, same list of stuff. It ain't even Dr. Sebi's crap. So it's like Bridges is a scammer all the way around. He's selling a book with herbs in it and remedies and stuff that is already a book with herbs in it and remedies and stuff. It's like, bruh, you ain't even make this. You just like change the name of it and put it in your own words. Like, start talking about chakras and all that type of crap. So that's literally all he did. He's kind of about to explain that here. So they both scammers. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of them know what they're talking about. And you about to see, even though he's supposed to be an Israelite that grew up in the faith, he got tattoos. If you're Israelite that grew up in the faith, you shouldn't have tattoos. Tattoos are not a good thing. Israelites that grew up as Israelites should not have tattoos. You should. Like, where would you be allowed in the Torah to get a tattoo if you were born in the truth? I don't know. So, all right.
Hello, I salute, I respect, love them. And where people can kind of understand what you're teaching, because you're teaching something that a lot of people haven't been speaking on. So I just want you to break that down.
So you're speaking about that Yabarecha Yahweh, that Ishmerecha. That's a prayer. It's called the Aaron blessings.
What did he say?
Or Haran.
What in the world was that? I'm sorry. What did he say?
About that Yabarecha.
And where people.
I think he meant Yabaraka.
Oh, okay.
He said Yabareka. Yabareka. What did he say? Yabareka.
People can kind of understand what you're teaching, because you're teaching something that. Can you break that down from Hebrew and salute? I respect, love them. and you started off with the prayer in Hebrew and translated it. And I thought that was so dope. Can you break that down for me, right? Just break down what you believe in and where people can kind of understand what you're teaching, because you're teaching something that a lot of people haven't been speaking on. So I just want you to break that down for me.
So you're speaking about that Yabarecha Yahweh, Derish Mirecha.
Yabarecha Hakwa, Marish Parecha. That's what he said.
Okay. Now, all right. Now I put it together. Okay.
That's a prayer. It's called the Aaron blessings. You know, so Aharon.
He said it's called Aaron blessings, but he didn't say Aaron or Aharon the whole time he was saying that. Listen, one more time.
You're teaching, because you're teaching. A lot of people haven't been speaking on. So I just want you to break that down.
So
for
you're
me.
speaking about that Yabarecha Yahweh, Derish Mirecha.
Derish Mariacha. I ain't hear Aharon or Aaron in there at all. But he's gonna say Aharon the way we would say Aharon. Right? He ain't gonna say Aaron, he's gonna say Aharon. Right? Watch.
That's a prayer. It's called the Aaron blessings. You know, so Aharon Baruch. So it's the blessing.
And yeah, that's what I was about to say. So Baraka, whatever he said, right? Baraka, that's not how you say blessings. Baruch or Barak is blessings, right? So, or bless. So Barak can mean lightning, and it can mean bless, right? So depending on the way you spell it. So like, but it's pronounced the same way. So like to say Barak, Aharon Baruch, and you ain't say Aharon Baruch in the whole phraseology of what you said, but then said that the prayer is called Aaron's blessings. How could the prayer be called Aaron's blessings and you ain't blessed Aaron the whole time you were saying the prayer, nigga? Aaron's name wasn't even in the prayer. But you know, a person as dumb as the dude on the screen with him, right? The guy he's talking to behind the camera, he don't know nothing. So he could say, Ayabushu Hambar Ayabaraka Halaka Pagasaka Fa. And then he goes, oh yeah, that's called the that's the Shema. Yeah, Shema Yasha Allah. Yeah. And the guy's just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's very interesting. Because you don't know what the hell that is. That's literally what this nigga just did. That's the Maria Maraca. he just like rolled his tongue. Maria Maraca. Like, bruh, you this nigga tripping, bro.
Lessons from Aaron that he did over the people of Israel. So I believe that I am, in fact, a Hebrew Israelite, Hebrew.
And then he said that's the blessing that he did over the people. Can you show us where you got that blessing from? And by the way, in the word, in the prayer of the blessings, when does he say anything about blessings? Because you didn't say the word blessing there. These things we got to ask ourselves as people that are actually Israelites, right? We have to quantify what's being spoken.
And if you look at it from a spiritual standpoint, Ibrit or Hebrew or a bar just means one who crosses over. So
now watch this, because these are things he took from us, right? He got the word Hebrew from the Moors. That's Taj Tariq Bey, right? The black nigga with the crazy hair, like look like Don King, that be doing the Moorish science stuff, trying to tell you a sovereign citizen until you get put out the car by the police and they shoot you, right? You don't need your license when you're driving around because you own America. And if you find this 401k number and type in the last three digits of your social security number, you could get $500 billion because the Social Security Department knows you that from the Treasury and all this other crap they be telling you, right? So, like, them brothers call us Hebrews. They call you Yahudim, right? For Judah, Yahudis, right? Yeah, some of y'all laughing because y'all be watching that stuff. I know y'all be doing it. Y'all don't be carrying y'all license when y'all drive. Y'all be like, yeah, police gonna pull me over, and I'm gonna tell them Nigga, you can't touch me. I'm a sovereign citizen. Y'all funny.
Believe that I crossed over from my animalistic nature.
Now watch this. Hold on, because I had to quantify this. So Hebrew, ibar, right? It means to cross over. But hold on. Wait. Hold on. Let's Google it. Watch this. So before we I'll put homie back on the screen in a second. But Hebrew, the Hebrew word for Hebrew, ibar, ivri, right? Not Hebrew, but ivri or ibar, right? Is derived from the root avar, avar, right? Which avar, avar, right? Which means to cross over, pass through, or traverse. I mean, it commonly refers to someone who crossed over a river, symbolizing Abraham, known as the first Hebrew who crossed the Euphrates River. Now, this has nothing to do with the animalistic, ritualistic, any type of mentality. It's literally you crossing a river, my nigga. Now, there's a man, once again, who was supposedly born in Israelite. His parents taught him the faith, right? Yet, oh, my bad. Yet and still, he don't even know what Hebrew means. But he's supposed to tell y'all how to take care of your body.
One who crosses over. So I believe that I crossed over from my animalistic nature, my lower chakras, root chakra, foundational chakra, my gut, gut chakra. And
I moved from my lower foundational vibrational chakra to a higher foundational vibrational chakra. And now I'm at a chakra from a different viewpoint. And my vantage chakra allows me to see all the different chakras in the world of chakras.
Donkey!
Yeah, chakras.
I believe or what you'll call solar plexus, and I passed over and went up to my heart and my throat.
And I believe that after I passed my bottom chakra and went to my gut chakra, I passed from my, esophagus, and well, we call that the throat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Crack, don't you? In my third eye, and now I'm vibrating out of my keter. So when you look at
you smoke crack, don't you? Yeah, exactly. And then after I passed my throat, I bounced off my tongue, went through the roof of my mouth. That's called the roof mouth chakra canal, and I went up to my brain or my third eye, and now I can see everything, right? He need to say that in Kevin Gates' voice. That dude the Kevin Gates skits, he need to like react this and just say the same thing he said. That'll be fine. Because it sound better if Kevin Gates said it. In my opinion. If Kevin Gates could say exactly what he just said, like, I would actually probably believe it. Just saying.
A Hebrew from that standpoint, which means to cross over. Abraham, he wasn't called Hebrew until Bereshit chapter 15, I believe, or 12. And that's Abraham. Once he got his stuff, he heard from Yahweh. He took all this stuff. He crossed over.
Now you know who he learns from, right? Some of y'all might not know this, but we did videos back at SOT where we were going over these guys during the pandemic that claimed to be Israelites and were giving all these crazy names to the Most High. Two of the craziest names were Yahweh and Yahoo, right? So reason being was because these guys that made up that name couldn't determine where the enunciation should be in the pronunciation. So one of them said Yahweh because they couldn't decide whether the ha in the middle was silent or not. So it just was Yahweh, right? And then there was the Yahoo because he couldn't determine whether the wa at the end was silent or not. So it was Yahoo instead of Yahweh, and then it was Yahweh instead of Yahweh, right? So this nigga learns from the Yahweh crowd, right? As you see. So now y'all know I'm not lying. When I tell you, based off the name they use is how dumb they are, based, that's how you can determine their level of intelligence in this community. This is a prime example of such, right? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, he needs to say it with a feather in his head. Everything he needs to do with his feather in his head. And yeah, like that would actually be hilarious.
The Euphrates River, and he went to look for the promised land, right? That's when God gave him the name Hebrew. And it literally means one who crosses over. So and then when you look at Yisrael, Yitzra means connected El power. So, Irit Yisrael just means one who crosses over and is directly connected to a source or to a.
I'm going to rewind this and I'm going to let you guys hear what he said it means, because his definitions seem to be off. For somebody that knows Genesis is Bereshit, right? He got his chapters wrong, but I expect that with the things I've been hearing already. So we're not even going to zero in on that. But he's trying to pretend to speak Hebrew, even though the beginning of what he said didn't sound like Hebrew entirely, right? Might have said 1 or 2 words in that Mary Maraca Saka crap he was talking about. But the words he actually claimed he was saying for the prayer never got mentioned. You feel me? They wasn't there. So that's how that goes. But check it out.
Power. So a lot of people look at that cross of Yitzra, one who crosses over. So and then when you look at Yisrael, Yitzra means connected El power. So
So again, these guys like this nigga don't go by truth. They go by what they were presented, right? He's a jailhouse nigga that was presented a healthier way to live and now tries to teach that as if he did a bunch of research and learned and studied it and stuff. The nigga got an apothecary and just read it and then made videos of things in the apothecary because he knew niggas didn't know what the hell that was till the pandemic. So until after the pandemic. So during the pandemic, he's capitalizing by reading a definition from the apothecary on his TikTok or his Facebook as if he knows the stuff. Post a video, and then a duck monkey or a million of them think, oh, this nigga smart, right? This dude with tattoo. Just like you guys that was following the Derek Grace dude, the nigga with the tattoos that bought all the gold. You found out earlier in 2025, he was broke now. He ain't got the money he was said to have. That's why you don't see him no more. He bought all that gold and didn't really know what the hell he was doing. So it's like, these are things you got to think about. People able to come up, you know what I'm saying, off of scamming.
Yisrael just means one who crosses over and is directly connected to a source.
Now I want to show you, because Israel does not mean connected to El. That's what the mighty Hebrew might have taught this nigga, because he's one of the guys that go, Yahweh, right? Old Testament only, don't believe in Yahushua, a knucklehead, very unintelligent. The only reason I even know who he is because Sarnetta tried to use him as a guy that was going to go against us back in the day, and he failed miserably. So, like, Sarnetta stopped having him come on. But, yeah, like, the mighty Hebrew. His group of people is the ones that came up with the Yahweh name. And some groups that separated from him came up with Yahoo. And this guy is from the latter, right? Or the first, rather. But Israel, right, originates from the Bible Odyssey online etymology dictionary, right? So this is an etymological definition from the Bible. Narrative of Jacob wrestling an angel, commonly interpreted to mean he who struggles with God or God strives. Nothing about connected to God. Nothing about anything. He who struggles with God or God strives. That's it. That's what it means. Not a connection, right? Some of y'all was told Prince of the Power. Not really. It was a good definition to use. I've used it before, but that ain't really what it means. Right? So, all right. Let's get back to it.
To a power. So a lot of people look at that physically, and y'all can go and run with that, but I want to teach it from a spiritual standpoint because I think that we all need to embrace that, whether you claim you Hebrew or not. You can be anything.
So he's saying, I don't care what the Bible says. I think we need to embrace the way I want to teach it because I think that makes more sense to me and for everybody to be able to latch on to it. I don't care who you is. You don't even have to be an Israelite. So he's making what he's teaching profitable for everybody, making it acceptable for everybody, non-offensive to everybody, because Israelites are offensive. We only talk to Black, Hispanic, Native American people. So I want to teach it in a spiritual way so that white people can do it too. Arabs, Asians, everybody can do it. You don't even have to be a Hebrew, right? That's what he's saying.
Long as you take the concept of moving over from an animalistic nature, crossing over and starting to operate as a higher being and expanded higher consciousness, that's what we are here to do anyway. So while it's not called a universe for a reason, it's a university, it's a school. We're here to learn as adolescents, take all that information and to experience ourselves in this world, graduate, and then go to another schooling. And that's all Hebrew is.
This nigga's dumb. The way he thinks, you could tell, is not biblical. He's thinking the way we thought in the world, right? Some of us. We're like, you die, and this is just a test. Wherever you die here, and whatever test you pass here, you're just going to die and go to heaven, and you're in another test. The Bible don't say that. All the tests we going to have is going to be here on earth. Even the kingdom is going to be here on earth. So it's like those are things you have to keep in your mind, in the front and the back. It's not the way he's explaining. You don't go to university in like in this world for your whole life, and you're just studying to go and do something else. Nah, it's more so this is a proving ground to see who's worthy to do the next step. And the next step ain't something that's like you were studying for, where like everybody gets it. You're just studying and it's we all go and get the next step. No, nigga. The next step is for those who earned it. And those who earned it was already predestined before it needed to be earned. So if you aren't the ones that were predestined to earn it, you will never get it. That's what the Bible says. So you coming back? You good?
No.
Oh, word. So that's what our people got going on with that, right?
One who crosses over from his animalistic nature, crosses over from his adolescence and become grown in spirit, mature, and then able to take all that information to help and impact the community. That's a Hebrew. Now we can get into all the legality.
Take what you got, whatever that is, and help the community.
And the this and that, but if somebody really want to understand it on a broad spectrum, that's what it is. But if
so, we could get into the legalities and all of that, but he don't want to get into that because he knows that excludes people, which is going to make it less money in his pocket. It's less profitable. It's less inclusive to everybody that would be giving him money right now, because there's white folks paying him for this stuff too, right? It's little white girls with the blonde hair, with the ugly dreads and stuff like that, with the the ugly stringy ones. And well, yeah, they look just like him right now, actually, with the little headband on and stuff. And they sitting on the couch watching him smoking a bong. Feel me? So it's like, yeah, that's what's going on. right now.
If you look at any religion, and Hebrew is not a religion, I want to put that out there.
Got you.
Hebrew is not a religion, but if you look at any religion, a lot of it have the same concept. You know, it's to stop sinning or violating the laws, or what you'll call missing the mark, and to start living incoherent with the earth and with the spirit beings around it. And
no, it ain't got nothing to do with the earth and the spirit beings around it. No. We control the earth. So like, if we're doing what we're supposed to do, the earth naturally will be in coherence with us. It will naturally be in harmony with us. Everything will be harmonious. We don't need to move in a way that makes us be in harmony with the earth. Like, that don't even make no sense. And then the spirit beings around you. Like, we're not trying to be one with the monkeys and the alligators, nigga. What are you talking about? I'm not the Tarzan dude on Instagram. I don't care about that stuff. You feel me? I ain't worried about all that. I'm not in the jungle in the middle of the night looking for an anaconda. I don't do that. You could do that. I ain't doing it. I ain't never gonna do it. I like snakes. I ain't doing that stuff. So it's like, I don't care to be one with nature. I care to be one with the Most High. What I study is that if I become one with the Most High, He will make everything else one with me. So, I mean, yeah, it's just crazy, bro.
most importantly, living in coherent and living in unity and peace with your brother and sister, and treating your brother and sister like you treat yourself, because your brother and sister is yourself, because nothing is separated. We all are one consciousness experience.
See, he's teaching Christianity. We all are one consciousness. He's not separating it. He's not telling you who your brother and sister is. He's making everybody our brother and sister. We're all one being, right? And after this, he's about to just boo-boo on the Sabbath.
Experiencing itself in 7 billion different bodies.
What? See, 7 billion different bodies. He ain't talking about just blacks or Native Americans or whatever. He's talking about everybody on the planet. Because the people that teach him teach everybody. They include everybody. It's no exclusivity, even though the Bible is all about exclusivity. You know what I'm saying? So he's not an Israelite. He don't teach the Bible. He don't even believe the Bible. He don't know the Bible. He don't even know Hebrew. He's just a black dude with a beard, some dreads, that red, how you say it again, not the
apothecary.
The apothecary.
Or some people say apothecary, but
okay. The apothecary, whatever, the apocrypha for herbs. He read that and then just put out a bunch of videos because the rest of y'all didn't have it yet. And now he's famous because y'all think he knows something about herbs when he reading the same book you buy on Amazon for $73. Like, that's it.
What are some of the core teachings of Hebrew? Like I said,
watch this.
When I hear things, I'm just a student, right? I love learning. I have my beliefs, but I'm never closed-minded to just listening and learning. Mm-hmm. What are some of the core teachings and things people can learn from being?
And I'm angry that they asked him. He ain't never wore fringes. He ain't never had zeets, but he's giving you the core tenets of Hebrew and doesn't even follow none of the commandments. At this point, I don't consider when you got a beard that you're keeping the commandments, because a lot of people got beards just because they look weird without one. That's what it is sometimes.
The Hebrew.
Man.
And the way his teeth is right now, I guarantee you he's not going to look good without a beard. He's going to look weird. So probably why he got a beard. Just saying.
And it's a lot of them. A lot of people, they say that they don't believe in the Bible.
Right.
A lot of people say they don't believe in the Torah.
Right.
A lot of people say that, but like when you look at the fundamental conversations that's created around the Torah, for one, thou shalt not have no other gods before me.
Right.
Right. That gives you discipline. You know, if you do believe in a God, If you do believe in a creator, why would you put another creator before that creator that you believe in?
Facts.
You know,
as an Israelite, you ain't supposed to be teaching that, nigga. It's only one creator. What you mean if you believe in a God? The way he's talking is even giving people options to, well, he's Israelite, but if I believe in the God of lightning, right, then I'm not going to put him under his God. I'm going to keep my God where he's at. He shouldn't be on the forefront for any of us, bro.
See, thou shalt not bow down to any graven images. Just thinking simplistically, why would I create something? And when I create something, bow down and worship it when I'm the one who created it?
Nigga, he's clearly never read Genesis or Exodus, especially Exodus. Because we literally made a damn calf and niggas went to worship. Like, First, Second Kings and the Chronicles, we literally made shrines of heathen gods, and all the Israelites was worshiping them. So like, but he's thinking, trying to be smart, right? Trying to be deep, just thinking simplistically. If I make a god, if I make a image, why would I bend down to worship it, nigga? Because you're making the God that's supposed to be all powerful for you. You're making your God.
Right.
That's how they did it. That's literally the concept. That's how every other nation got a God other than the Israelites, you damn duck monkey. They just made him up. You know Allah, Muhammad, he just made him up. I hear that the Israelites have an angel called Jibril. I'm going to tell everybody he saw me in dream. Like, bruh, they just make him up. And then next thing you know, 2 days later, they bowing down to what they made up. So this guy's trying to make it seem like, oh, it's nothing new. Nigga, Buddha. Krishna. You ever seen, like, put a 7 in the chat if you've seen Mortal Kombat. The first one. No, it's random, but I got a reason I'm asking that question. Put a 7 in the chat if you ever seen the first Mortal Kombat. All right. Only Azariah. See, that's why we cool, bro. Okay. All right. Okay. Azariah and Don't Take. Okay. All right. And Cat. All right. Bet. So look. Y'all know Prince Gordo? Y'all remember Prince Gordo? The big ugly brown dude with the 6 arms and stuff? Prince Gordo is an Asian version of Krishna with muscles, right? So Krishna is the Hindu god with the 6 arms. It's a man and a woman put together with like a beast with 6 arms. Yeah. Goro, right? So King Goro, Prince Goro, Prince Goro got the arms. He's like Krishna. Krishna is a god, right? A gay god with 6 arms, by the way. So, like, you ever seen a person walk around with 6 arms besides Goro? I ain't never seen it. So that means they made him up, right? For Goro to exist and for Krishna to exist, that means somebody made them up. So this nigga's acting like people don't make up gods and bow down to him, but that's literally how every god has been created, except for the God of the Bible. Literally every single one.
Shouldn't that thing be worshiping me? I mean, I'm just saying.
Like, yeah, he's being too deep to sound smarter than everybody else. He sat there and thought about what he's going to say about this, right? But when you're looking at the Bible in the context biblically, it lets him giving these type of answers shows you he doesn't actually study the Bible.
Thou shalt not use thy Lord God name in vain. If I believe in the creator, and I believe that this creator had mandated things in the universe on times and schedules, for instance, Shemesh in Hebrew is what we call the sun. It rises and set every day at the same time. Either at the moon. It does it every day at the same time. Kokabium, which is what means stars. It's the same map. It never changes. The wind, the sun, the moon, the way the water.
And I want y'all to understand too. He's mixing Paleo Hebrew with contemporary Hebrew. He didn't say Kakabim, Kakabiyam. The yam is Paleo. We say that. They don't say that. They don't use yam as a plural in the contemporary Hebrew. Them fake Jewish people, them Jewish people don't use that. So you see, he's mixing our Hebrew with their Hebrew too, because he studies both. He's not giving you his own answers. Every answer he's giving you come from somebody else on the internet. Crazy.
Water rolls down the river. It all have limitations. It all have guidelines. It all have this clock. There's an eternal clock that's going on. Look, matter of fact, the scientists in biology call it the circadian rhythm, right?
Yes.
So even your body every cell inside your body, which is 150 trillion cells, have these biological clocks in it. Who is running the clock?
He moved from what he don't know about to something you do know about, right? He don't know about the Bible. Let me circle into some biological stuff so that I can sound like I really know what I'm talking about here, right? Watch him have to circle back.
So something, time, and it never skip a beat and it never skip a time. Why wouldn't I follow that to heal my body? Why wouldn't I follow that to be happy? Why wouldn't I follow that to be in unison with the Creator in its creation? Whether we talking about animals, human beings, or spirit guides. So when you look at it in that way, why would
spirit guides, nigga? What are you talking about? What is he talking about?
I use the Lord God name in vain, meaning taking all of this free information, taking the ocean, taking the water, taking the moon, the stars, the sun, and then pollute it.
Nigga, that's not what that means. Oh my God. Wait, I missed this, but oh my goodness. He did not just.
You look at it in that way, why would I use the Lord God name in vain? Meaning taking all of this free information, taking the ocean, taking the water, taking the moon, the stars, the sun, and then pollute it. When you didn't create it in the first place. See,
nigga, if he knew the Bible, he would know that ain't what that's talking about. The Most High gave us rule over the earth. Taking the God's name in vain isn't you messing up what he gave you rule over. He's allowing it to get messed up, you idiot, so that we could take it back over. You damn duck monkey. Bro, this is actually crazy.
A lot of people think using the Lord God name in vain is saying God damn me, or saying shit, fuck, or all these different God.
No, that's wrong too, right? That goes back to what they taught you in the church, stuff that don't make sense. Now y'all see what I was talking about earlier. God made it manifest, and I didn't even know this was gonna happen. God actually made it. So look, what he just said, as far as what y'all think about taking the Lord's name in vain, right? Lord isn't his name. God isn't his name. And then all the words he said that was cuss words have nothing to do with him. So they can't be vain to him. Right? That's exactly what that is. Bulo Shito. Yeah. So, like, our people got to get to the point of really zeroing in on what's real and what's not. Right? Too many of us repeat what's not real. And this guy is showing us he's guilty of such things, right? So, yeah, he needs to get back to chakras.
Damn, or it's saying God damn me, or it's saying shit, fuck. Or
it's not, of course, right? Those aren't even cuss words, but you think they're cuss words, but they're not cuss words. So, hope nobody got offended by him saying those, but they're just words.
Or all these different goddamn, or no, that's not, no, that is not using the Lord God name in vain. Using the Lord God name in vain is realizing who God is, and then you turn your back away from it and do the opposite. Knowing
that's disobeying God, nigga. Using his name in vain is just what that is. Using his name in vain. In order to use the name in vain, you have to actually give the name. Bullshit. My bad. Bullshito. I was reading what you said, Taze, but like that's what it is, bro. It's chakra son. Yo, y'all crazy.
That you supposed to be asleep, at a certain time because your circadian rhythm is gonna kick in. Know that when the sun go down, you need to be in what you would call low light setting or put on some red light.
Watch this, bro. It gets worse. He got to keep circling back to circadian rhythms because that's what he know about, right? He could tell in his spirit. When you say something wrong, but you might not know you're wrong at that moment, but your spirit know you was wrong, and then you get that thought in your head that was like, I probably wasn't right about that. He's getting that feeling right now as he's talking. That's why he keep having to circle back to something he does know about. Because psychologically, he's like, okay, I'm wrong about this. Let me say some things I'm right about. So anybody that's catching it, they won't catch that I'm wrong about this, right? So he's going to talk about circadian rhythms, then he's going to circle back.
Knowing that your body literally wakes up at 6 a.m. when your cortisol rises and your blood pressure rises and your serotonin rises and your melatonin decrease, for you can get up and you can have that hunger pain, for you can go and drink you some water to work out.
Anybody that's saying all the words he's saying, using chakras and melatonin and all that stuff and telling you what time of day should come up, but then uses the transition word 4 instead of 2, I know you ain't that smart. I'm just saying. If you say, I do it for you to be able to, or you do it for you can come to the crib, instead of you do it so you can come to the crib, but you're using all these big ass words, I know you not that smart. I'm just saying. I know you're just regurgitating something that you heard from somebody. Because you can't even use your transitions and propositions correctly, nigga. Am I being real? I'm just telling the truth. We almost done. I just want y'all to hear this last minute because he about to say something very disrespectful.
Following your own natural biological circadian rhythm and clock and laws that God gave you.
He said that the laws is all supposed to be based on your circadian rhythm, right? So you just keep the laws based off of the clock that the Most High put in your body internally. That's supposed to tell you, brush your teeth, comb your hair, take a shower, keep Passover, don't do Easter, don't kill that nigga, make your money, keep the Sabbath day, wear your fringes, wear your ZZs, and he ain't ever did none of that. But it's a circadian rhythm that he teaches about. We all got it. And none of y'all did none of the things that the circadian rhythm with the clock that the Most High put in you eternally to wind on its own psychologically in your membrane while you going insane is got you, just gallivating and salivating in the membrane about, like, that's what this nigga sound like. And he's translating and transitioning with foe. It's gallivating and salivating in the membrane so you can have a good appetite when your serotonin and your melatonin and your sericusal myfoid fibroids come down. Like, nigga, what are you talking about? Okay, so but look, watch.
Not literally purposely going against that is using the name in vain. In another one.
He said all that just to tell you what saying the name in vain was, bro. Melatonin, chakras, cortisol levels. All that has something to do with saying the Most High name in vain, bro.
Remember the Shabbat and keep it holy. The Sabbath day, which is a rest day for all men. I don't care if you pick it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. You taking time out to get off your phone, to get away from EMF frequencies, to stay away from poisons, to not be out in the streets working and
bruh. We keeping the Sabbath day not so we don't get affected by 5G, nigga. We keeping the Sabbath day, so ICE don't find us. We keeping the Sabbath day, bruh. This nigga funny as hell.
Wow, this is interesting.
And you can make it any day you want: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. As long as you take time off your phone, escape EMF frequencies, you know. Don't eat McDonald's so that you don't get any of that bad gut chakra energy. And you know, yeah, you could just relax, you know, listen to Tupac.
Anytime, huh?
Anytime, any day of the week. You can do it twice if you want to on Sunday. Wow. But that's all I got today, y'all. I just wanted to show you guys what it's like being Jewish, because these guys are.
He didn't finish. I thought he was finishing up on that.
I'll let him finish.
Making money, but to sit down with your family, or what we call mishpacha, the family, into.
You see, he just keep bringing little Hebrew words out.
Yeah, he's mixing
sound smart. Yeah, you know, you sit down. You can choose whatever day you want for the Sabbath. You know, it could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All you're supposed to be doing is just taking time off your phone. You didn't say nothing about reading the Bible.
Not once.
You just said taking time off your phone. What about the laptop? What about the TV? But anyway, you know, take time off your phone.
Still while listening to the Apocrypha.
The Apocrypha. Yo,
that's a good one, Tank.
So like, bro, he's tripping me out right now. So that's what he's doing though. He's just regurgitating stuff and then, you know, throwing a little Hebrew word. And you just got to sit down. You take time to sit down with the family, the mishpachah in Hebrew, with Yahweh. He sound like a Gadite. He might be Gad.
Share stories and to talk and commune with your family. What's wrong with that?
Right.
And talk about something higher than what you're living in this third dimensional plane of density.
In this 3-4 dimensional plane of density. Because it's 3/4, not 3/3D, but 3/4D. You know what I'm saying? With triple D batteries.
Why do brothers like this make things sound so complicated?
I don't know, but
I mean, he really makes
it ain't complicated to somebody. They think
whatever he doing, how he sees it is difficult. It just sounds difficult. I'd be like, bro, I'm straight. I'm straight. Keep your chakras and everything. I'm good.
That's because you smart, not everybody else. Like my age, guys my age, they'd be like, bro, you know that Yaki nigga? You and y'all Israelites, y'all need to be talking about what that nigga be talking about. I don't never be hearing y'all talking about chakras.
Lord, lamb.
Yeah, bro. They trying to get us away. They trying to make us escape FMI frequencies and 4G, 5G, Kyrie, yeah, all of that. So, but I ain't really got nothing else, man. We could be here all day talking about this knucklehead, but just know there's a lot of people in the community that are in the community now. You can't escape it. You can't say they're not in the community. You can't say you don't want to accept them. You already let them in the door.
Yeah.
Like, y'all know that song from Deacon, right? Shaquat got a song too, don't he? We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Y'all done let them in the door and they ain't going nowhere, right? They in this thing. What? Yeah. It's a wrap. They stuck, right? So what we have to do now, since we can't filter these guys out, they in this thing and they ain't going nowhere. We have to put ourselves in a situation where we separate from them. Like as far as our doctrine, things we teach, because they're here. He's an Israelite now. There's however many people saw that video or are going to see it, because this is a platform. They do a lot of big interviews, right? Judge Joe Brown been on this thing when they was doing a Kamala Harris joint. All them West Coast rappers and stuff be on here. They've had interviews with a bunch of different people. So, like, the blue couch is something people go to. You know what I'm saying? When they was doing the Diddy stuff, all the Diddy people and the allegations was on the blue couch. So some people gonna see this video. And they're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's what the Israelites teach. Oh, Yaki an Israelite. Oh, okay. That's gonna do two things, right? All you Israelite niggas that really be eating pork, they're gonna be like, hey, I seen that Yaki dude. Y'all ain't supposed to be eating that. So y'all gonna be in trouble now. And then the people that believe in this guy, they're now going to be coming into the community too. Because a lot of them probably didn't know he was Israelite before. So now they're going to be associating us with him. And that's going to be more we're going to have to deal with. Because they're going to have their own doctrines, their own way of thinking in their community from his little whatever he got going on, right? They're going to be on Facebook. They're going to find you. They're going to add you. And then they're going to be saying things on Facebook. You're going to be saying things on Facebook. Next thing you know, it's going to be doctrines and all these different discussions being had. Just because of this one video. Watch. In 2-3 months from now, we're going to be talking about doctrines and the name Yahweh and all this other crap that come from their circle. Because it's people that believed it within our circle, started regurgitating it, and now we have to try to shut it down by doing debates and all that type of stuff. Talking about it, making, bringing light to their videos, doing reactions, all that type of stuff. And this always brings us backwards because we end up, instead of moving forward, just trying to gather together and do what we're supposed to do to get the heck up out of here. We end up having to recreate doctrines and re-go over things that we already taught y'all because y'all forgot what we taught the first time because niggas like this popped up on the scene and taught it different. So that's just something I want to say before we go. So y'all keep that in mind. There's going to be people coming after him and he ain't done yet because this video is going to get a lot more views. So he's going to be on his high horse. It's not going to be enough negative comments in there to where he's discouraged from acting like an Israelite now. In fact, he might tell people more that he's an Israelite. He might do more Israelite interviews where he's not being a good representative and just saying a bunch of stuff that's not right. And then these are things we are going to have to fight against and talk against because, people are going to be asking and thinking that we actually think the way that he's talking about it because he's got the platform and he's talking like he's an Israelite. So just be prepared for that. You.
Con. Yeah, that's that. We got a lot of brothers and sisters out there that's just lighting sage and putting chakras together and mixing their head up. So, hey, I hope everybody was enlightened on some of this. You probably have already seen this, and maybe others like him. I seen McGinn put in that there's a lot of this type of stuff being taught, or at least a lot of brothers and sisters that are following in this mystical conglomerate of stones and smoke, and no actual reading of the word. That's what it sounds like to me. Did he bring out any scriptures, by the way?
No,
not one.
He tried to bring up something about Abraham crossing over, but couldn't give up the chapter. He ain't got no Bible on or nothing. He's just talking.
Just straight up out of his own mouth.
5%. 5% bullish. Yeah.
Right. Niggas with knowledge. Right. Con. Well, that was interesting. And I have seen this brother, with his little concoctions and I guess herbs and spices and things like that.
What you want to do is you want to drink you 5 gallons of Apple's tonic, all natural, bipolar platonic Beetlejuice. Like Beetlejuice.
Right. Well, all praises for that. Hey, this is like, what I'm saying? Being up on this type of thing it should help brothers and sisters realize just how important it is to stay in this book, right? Stay in the book, study the word, study to show yourself approved, keep the commandments, because we're going to have brothers claiming that they us and sisters claiming that they us, but they don't do nothing that this Bible say. They got their own thoughts, they got their own ways, and they actually trying to push it out there to our people. But so that was tonight's lesson. Does the truth make you Jewish or an Israelite? The first video with the brother Jewish whatever, it amazes me how well he looked like them, even down to how his beard was like way down here, and only this part grew. Didn't you find that interesting? I thought that was funny as hell. But anyway, I digress on that. Hey. But let me go ahead and get some shout outs to those who came in a little bit later. I try to keep track. of those coming in. I had some technical problems. My internet went out. So I was trying to hook things back up. But let me give shout out to Sis Yavana. She came in a little bit later. Shalom to our brother Soldier Gary. Shalom to Seed of David. Shalom to the mighty soldier Yaquab. Shalom to Ak Moshe. Shalom to the mighty brother Nazar. Shalom to the mighty Captain Yahweh. Good to see you, brother. Shalom to the lovely sister Abaya. Shalom to Dawa's Rib. That's soldier Yahweh Dawa's Rib. The house of Yahweh Dawa. Shalom to Magan. Shalom to the mighty brother Tay. Shalom to the mighty soldier Keziah. Shalom to Lily. Let's see who else. Somebody else may have just stepped in. I didn't see anybody. Did I say your name wrong, brother? I'll be forgetting. I got, Salakia. I'm gonna get it eventually. Maybe y'all might have to like come on stage and actually say your name, and then that way I'll have it recorded and I'll never forget it. All right. But let me go ahead and also just announce for those who didn't know beforehand what the upcoming events with Anointed House of Saints, right? We got some things coming up. Well, it's that time again, it's that season again. We have our Passover feast. Anointed House of Saints presents our Passover 2026, which will be taking place at our AHOS school, all right, in Greensboro, North Carolina. This will be on April 1st, playing out through the weekend, but it's going to be a Wednesday, April 1st. It will be in Greensboro, North Carolina, all right, April 1st. The colors are black and gold, as you see on the screen. The colors are black and gold. Excuse me. But those who want to attend, be looking out for information coming out in our actual congregation chat, which is Telegram, which this is a good time to kind of present that also. I had it at the ticker at the bottom a little bit earlier this evening. Anyone who wants to join our congregational chat, please send us also an email at anointedhos@gmail.com. You get access to the congregation, leadership, community, events, all things, and the ability to talk with brothers and sisters at your leisure. It's a great opportunity to get to know one another, great opportunity to share information. I enjoy the chat. I'm constantly always putting stuff in the chat as much as I can. But we'll have information about the Passover in our congregational chat. Also, we'll be I'll be reminding everybody about it as the time approaches. But we hope that if you are able to attend, we would love to see you. Have a great time. For the first time, it will be at our AHOS school in Greensboro, North Carolina. All praises for that. Any brothers who are wanting to build and put your brick in and build with the Anointed House of Saints, you want to become a part of the camp, you want to go through the prospect phase, please send us your information through email. We are right now currently in a prospect phase, and we would love if brothers who want to join with us, please send us your information so we can give you information as to when the next prospect phase will begin, and you can be a part of that. Also, sisters who want to do the work with Anointed House of Saints in the sisters ministry to work with us, with the brothers, hey, let us know through email also, anointedhos@gmail.com. All right? And I think that's about it. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank everyone again for being here. Remember that we have classes throughout the week. There go Tazarat. Did I say it right? I think I said it right. Tazarat. Did I say it right, Cap?
Tazarat. You was close.
Okay, Tazarat. Okay, kind of. Yeah, he didn't got fatter since the last time I seen him. Yeah. All right. But hey, we got classes throughout the week. We got our Milk Monday, of course, as you know. We got other classes coming through the week. We got our Torah portion, our Thursday night with Captain Jonathan and the brothers out and captains out at North Carolina. Friday Night Focus comes with our soldiers and our officers presenting classes. And then also we have our Sabbath morning brew again, right? Also, we have another, well, I ain't gonna say it's new. I'm just gonna say it's a transformed or maybe, shifting class. Our Wednesday night classes will be coming back. That'll be taking place after Passover. So be looking out for that. I'm really excited about that. So be looking out for that. Let's see what else. I can't think of anything else that's going on right now at this moment. But Captain, if you got anything else to say, if not, I can go ahead and we can let the brothers and sisters go ahead and enjoy the rest of their evening.
I'm out. Shalom.
All right. Well, hey, I'm glad you were here. Hope to see you next time. All right. We are the Anointed House of Saints. All right. And we like to say shalom to you until next time, family. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
This is not a test.
Black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin.